If you've ever played Cookie Run, you know how vicious the gacha can be.
Please be a cookie. Please be an actual cookie. Please be an actual cookie. Please, actual cookie. No. Oh.
Rares and rares and rares. More rares.
Are you kidding me now? You know what? Fine. That's my feelings on this matter.
So in the interest of adding more positivity to the world, I thought, why not make my own, but free?
So basically, communism.
In all seriousness, I got this idea when I was going back to some old Pokemon fan games for nostalgia. Have you ever played those free Pokemon fan games on the web that add a bunch of arbitrary changes to the gameplay? Well, recently I got back into a childhood favorite of mine, Unova RPG. Just by looking at the interface, you can tell this is a game that hasn't changed since it was renamed from Pokemon Indigo back in 2011. But what really stood out to me coming back to it was these alternate shiny forms: golden, metallic, mystic, and dark. This made it so to really complete their Pokédex, you had to get 6 versions of every Pokemon. And I was joking about this with one of my Cookie Run friends, right? And they started wondering, hey, what if this but with cookies? I just started thinking about it, and eventually I decided this would make for a funny game on its own. So in order to make my own gacha, I'll have to code it myself. Obvious, right? Originally, I thought of making a unique interface with graphics and gameplay and multiplayer, but in the end I went with a Discord bot because everything else would take way too long. I started with some rudimentary sample code from the Discord.js website. And yes, fellow code nerds, I am writing this in JavaScript. If I don't, who will? I always find it most comfortable to start with something simple and known, like this example bot with one command named ping that just replies Pong. And then going in and replacing Pong with a massive set of code picking randomly from a list of cookies. But oh no! There's over 200 cookies across all the Cookie Run games. Where am I gonna get all the cookies' names and images? What a pain. Sure is a good thing I already made a website that sorts the cookies' sprites into named sections with code. Once the code can pick a random cookie at the probabilities I set it to, the next step is actually giving the cookies to the player. We can show a name and picture to the player, but what good does that do if they can't make others feel inferior for not owning that name and picture? Here I could have used a database and stored all the cookies a player owns as extensions of their account, but I just wrote in my script to put some reason to not do that here, and I still haven't thought of one. So instead I gave each player a JSON file. It contains all their cookies, how many crystals they have left, and the last time they claimed their 3,000 daily crystals. At this point we have 2 commands, one to pull a cookie and one to get free crystals. What if you want to make others feel inferior? Well, the collection command is for you. Originally this was just a simple command that listed all your cookies in text form, but that's boring. So instead let's make a visual interface. So the collection menu is split up into pages, each holding around 20 cookies, and you can flip through it by rarity. After making 5 servers to hold all the emojis, every cookie in tier has been represented by a cookie head. Oh yeah, by the way, tiers are those Unova RPG forms I mentioned earlier. I wrote a Python script to generate alternate forms for each cookie, and I even made up my own tier, Rainbow. It's the rarest one. Now that you can show off a little, I figured it was time to get a second opinion. I gave my friends Cheese and Squib an early look at the bot. Just a forewarning, the shiny sprites weren't finished at this point. I won't keep them on screen for too long, don't worry.
You have obtained Gingerbread Golden.
This feels like the promised 5-star pull the game gives you for free in a gacha game.
You have obtained Gingerbread Dark.
LMAO! Gingerbread left in the oven for too long.
You have obtained Custard Cookie the Third Rainbow.
What? Bruh.
Devil Cookie Shiny.
They're green.
I'm just making extension.
Blackberry Cookie Shiny.
That one's green. Ah, green.
I also added trading, and then a bunch of joke trades ensued.
Syrupy has sent a trade offer to Cheese. You give Gingerbread. You receive Walnut Cookie Golden. Cheese has accepted Syrupy's trade offer.
My baby.
Syrupy has sent a trade offer to He Pointed Squib. You give Sonic Cookie. You receive Cookie Droid Dark.
Sorry, Sonic Cookie is pretty hot. Try again.
He Pointed Squib has rejected Syrupy's trade offer.
Oh yeah, by the way, special cookies like Sonic are given out occasionally through giveaways and events. I wasn't talking to you. If you want to participate, join the Comic Studio server. The link is in the description. Outside of a little angst about how unfair the gacha can be even when it's not official, the first tests went off without a hitch. Mostly everything worked. Sometimes slash commands were hard to figure out, but I couldn't really do anything about that because of Discord's new bot guidelines. But otherwise, things were going fine. was time to add some new features. Originally, I wanted to add an auction system, kind of like what you'd see on one of those Minecraft servers with way too many plugins. The system is there, but I ultimately found that forcing people to bid on things with a short time limit doesn't really work when the things being sold are so niche anyways. So I also added a shop system where you can just buy others' cookies at a fixed price. So now you can spend your crystals in 3 different ways, but how do you even get crystals? Well, other than the free daily ones, I made it so you can answer a trivia question to win some. It started with just unscrambling a cookie's name. Thank God there was an algorithm for that lying around. I later added questions for guessing which cookie a silhouette belongs to, and most recently added a fill-in-the-blanks type game. In the future I want to add more actual trivia questions, like based on the lore of the games, but for right now this is good. For the time being, the bot was going pretty well. Most of the commands I wanted to add were there, and after a few last adjustments I figured it was time to show the bot to the world. I added the bot to the Comic Studio server, made an announcement and opened a few channels for it. Now all I had to do was sit back and watch people react. Okay, so apparently the bot wasn't ready for the big time. Basically, Discord gives the bot 3 seconds to respond to a slash command. If it doesn't respond fast enough, it returns an error. The problem is that sometimes Discord will just be slow, and it won't be able to respond within 3 seconds. So when the bot tries to respond, Discord says no. And when Discord says no, the bot crashes thinking something has gone horribly wrong. So I redid the whole code to not crash when this happens, and just to be safe I also made it so it'll automatically restart after crashing, so even if it does it won't be out of service. This seemed to be good enough for the time being, and the bot seemed to be doing alright, getting added to 11 servers. I figured that was enough for tonight, so I went to bed and waited for tomorrow. So I wake up for the morning and I go to check my phone, and when I open the app, there's a message from Discord themselves. Hey, Syrupy.
Syrupy? Syrupy? Syruby?
We noticed that you are the owner of a Discord bot, Cookie Simulator, that has been added to 75 or more servers. Congratulations on your success! As part of Discord's ongoing effort to keep our platform safe and to empower developers with exciting new features, we're starting a Verified Bots and Developers program. Verification is required for bots in 100 or more servers. We're reaching out to invite you to start the process ahead of time. Click here to begin verification. So before I went to bed, I made a tweet about the bot with an invite link and a reply. Usually my tweets don't get much engagement on their own, but I do happen to be one of very few people followed by Coffee Bee Cookie, also known as the biggest
English.
Cookie Run fan account on Twitter. Now they just happened to retweet my tweet. Okay, no, that's a lie. I kind of begged them to, but they were probably going to do it anyways. And with that came a huge flood of people. I got over 1,000 likes and 161 retweets. So of course the aforementioned 100 server limit was already hit before I even woke up. I click the link in the message. I go to apply for bot verification. It wants me to give them my ID, so I do, and... Huh. This application has suspicious growth, so we cannot accept your application for verification at this time. Well, that sucks. Basically, the bot was stuck at this 250 server limit for over a month. Of course, as soon as the limit was expanded to 250, it hit that within a few hours because again, biggest Cookie Run fan account on Twitter retweeted it. Despite this, the second day of Cookie Simulator went pretty well. I believe around this time was when I started to notice a trend. People are obsessed with grinding for crystals. Like, way more obsessed than I expected. Originally, the limit on trivia questions was 5 per hour, but people didn't really vibe with it, so I removed the limit. Within a day, we now had people who would spend hours and hours answering trivia questions so they could get all the cookies. But I didn't really see any harm in it, so as the days went on, I kept working on the bot as an extension of the Comic Studio server. Whenever I had excess server slots on the bot, I gave them to whatever public servers asked for it so the bot could at least get used by some people. Despite this, things seemed a little hopeless since nobody else could add the bot or do anything with it. Finally, after a month and a half of waiting, I decided it was finally time to ask Discord support for help. I could have asked sooner, but I didn't want to inconvenience them. Eventually, after another week, I finally got connected to a human on Discord support team, and he was able to just flick the switch and boom, I could apply for verification. Thank God. Verification only took a day or two, and at long last, the bot was able to be added to servers again. I of course asked Coffee Bee Cookie to retweet my tweet again, and while it didn't really do as well as the last one, the bot still kept growing anyways. Right now, the bot is in over 1,000 servers, and I expect that number will just keep growing thanks to this video. Meanwhile, the people who could use the bot during that time were going off. In the time it took the bot to get verified, those who had access to it already had grinded up to millions of crystals. We had a race between two frontrunners, Super Cheem and Low, who were pulling and pulling to see who would be the first one to collect all 975 cookies. Cheem was the favorite to win, as Low had started later, since for a while Low didn't even have any interest in collecting and just wanted to have more crystals than ever won. But eventually Low started spending those crystals and we had a race on our hands. At this point, Cheem had 6 cookies left to collect. Low was one of the only people in the server who had those cookies, and they weren't budging. The race started slowing down. Low started to make up that lead, and Cheem was losing ground quick, but pretty soon he had the time to start grinding for crystals again. 1 million crystals, 2 million, 3, 4, 5 million crystals. The gacha pulls were legendary. Hundreds and hundreds of duplicate cookies, which they transferred to another account so they could give them away. Truly a story of the rich doing good for the world. Eventually, after more and more millions were attained and spent, Cheem was only 2 cookies away. Pretty soon Oyster Cookie was coming out at that point, so that number was about to become 7, but Cheem wasn't worried. He gets all the way to 5 million crystals one more time and sets it up to pull all of it while he sleeps. And in the morning, he found that not only did he get the remaining oyster forms, but the last 2 cookies he needed. Cheem had won the game. As promised for winning, I gave him every variant of every special cookie, which is something I'll probably never do again. However, now that the saga is over, I'm happy to announce that a few days after this video, so basically when August of 2022 is over, I'm adding a new feature, mileage shops. With mileage, you can buy special cookies and other cookies you might be missing. Now, not every special cookie will be available at once, but over time, if you play your cards right, you can get them all legitimately. So, what can we learn from this? One thing, people are insane and will grind away at menial tasks for hours if you don't give them a better activity to get resources in your game. But for another thing, sometimes it's nice to give a fandom something healthier to spend their free time on. I can name multiple people who said they played Kingdom all day every day before Cookie Simulator. And now that they had something else to play, they were able to break the habit and give it a normal amount of their time. So I think the whole experience was a net positive for everyone. That's about all from me. If you like this video, click the funny button. And if you want to see more fun code videos like this, subscribe. I have a lot more planned. A lot of which is cookie run, but some of which is just whatever I feel like doing. If this video does well, maybe I'll make a video on the making of... Why did I say making so many? If this video does well, maybe I'll make a video on the making of Cookie Comic Creator, since most of the fandom already knows what it is, and there's some neat insights on how it was developed. Until then, I've been Syrupy, and you've been a hopeless gacha addict.